You know what it is. It's Icecrown Citadel time. I'm on my Monk. We've cleared this place out on the Death Knight and on the Paladin, and now it's time to try on the Monk. I am 506 item level here, and the plan is to go through most of the instance on 10-man normal mode. And then when we make it all the way to the Lich King, we'll ramp it up to 25-man heroic mode to try to kill the Lich King in 25-man heroic mode. Because that's the mode where he can drop the invisible mount that everyone wants so much. And, you know, I can never figure out why people want that mount so bad. I mean, you can't even see the mount, but, you know, it'd be pretty cool if we got that. But I don't know if this character is even going to be able to kill 25-man heroic Lich King. It's a pretty challenging boss to solo. So we'll see. I've had a lot of fun working through how to solo it on the Death Knight and how to solo it on the Paladin. We got a tank class here, so, you know, I think we have a chance at least. But it's likely going to take a few tries. Right, anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, then you'll be able to skip ahead to any of the bosses you want. They'll all be timestamped in the video description. That's great. And if you want to see any of those other runs, the Paladin run, the Death Knight run, they're all already on the channel. So if you know, click and go, you can find them. Right, whatever. So we'll make some gold and we'll make some transmog on our way to the Lich King. Shawl of Nerubian Silk, Corrupted, Silverplate, Leggings. Let's go. Johnner, hello. It says Monk. Yeah, it's Monk. I get it. Alright, yeah, these 10-man normal bosses, none of them are, you know, most of them are not too tricky. The Gunship, we've got some advanced strategy for, of, you know, how to do that. It's a little, that one's a little tricky. Most of the other stuff is not too bad. We'll have to respec to Mistweaver, that's the healing build, for Valithria Dreamwalker. To heal the boss to death, because that's just how that boss works. And then we'll have to change out the healing build for a tank build when we make it to Lich King. Right now we're carrying Windwalker, DPS build, and the Mistweaver healing build.
As a defect, the sooner you will find yourselves.
Yeah, Lady Deathwhisper, she yaps a whole lot, dude. Maybe I should change out this Rushing Jade Wind for Zuen. We go. Yeah, like that.
His power is without limit, and his will unbending. This disturbance? You dare trespass upon this hallowed ground? This shall be your final resting place.
So this one starts out with a big mana shield, and then you burn through the mana shield, and then you start hitting the health bar. One annoying thing about this boss is some of these ads that get spawned can cast an ability called Curse of Torpor, which adds 15 seconds to the cooldown of every single ability. So, like, even Jab, that normally has no cooldown, would become a 15-second cooldown ability. Very annoying. Luckily, we did not get that cast on us, and we pretty quickly dispatched the first phase, the mana bar phase. Once the mana bar is down, she stops spawning those ads. Or, I think she stopped... you know what? That might not be correct. Whatever. The boss is dead. We're moving on. Death Speaker Zealots. Oh, man. I want to get this, but I want to get it on one of my plate-using characters. Pretty good appearance. Alright, elevator. Hop on. Up to the gunship we go. Turn the music up just a little bit. Got him. Got him. Got him. What? It diseased me right at the end? Alright, we could skip that dragon. Just roll past. Okay, so the main thing with the gunship is you want to ignore the axe throwers on the other ship. Just don't worry about them. Largely, if you ignore them, they won't do anything. So it's not really good to waste time killing them. My main strategy is going to be, as soon as I get iced out of the cannon, I'm going to go kill anything that's on my ship. Then I'm going to jump over, kill the battle mage, jump back, ignore the axe throwers. And that's just a rinse and repeat. Should get the job done. For being in the cannon, you do number 1 and you do number 2 when your bar is almost full. But if you hit 100 on the bar, it overheats and stalls you out for a little bit. So you don't want to do that. And here, I'm specifically targeting the side of the ship so I don't hit these axe throwers. Because if I hit them, they'll activate and start doing stuff. But you see, as long as I ignore them, they don't do anything. Battle Mage is coming out. Okay. Ooh, I forgot to keybind this. So you see these guys activated for now, but I'm gonna jump back and jump into the cannon, and then they're just gonna stop doing stuff. See? So totally no sense in killing them. And that's really, I think, pretty much where you gain your efficiency on this fight, where you gain the edge when you're trying to solo it, is not bothering to kill those. Otherwise, you just lose too much time against the enemy. Alright, so we can kill these guys before we go back in the cannon. Good. And look, enemy health is lower than our health. That's what we want to see. There. We're just gonna let those guys be there. We're far enough ahead that the damage they can deal to my hull is not gonna shift the outcome of the fight. So might as well just finish off the ship at this point. There we go. Good. Gunship defeated. Here's our beautiful treasure chest and the stupid horde ship getting destroyed. Loot. Muradin's spyglass trinket and the Abomination's bloody ring. Okay, well, both of those suck, because neither of them are transmog items. Which is pretty much all we care about looting in here. We'll go back from Rushing Jadewind. We'll go back to Zuen for this boss. So, next is Deathbringer Saurfang. Pretty straightforward, just kind of... Just kill him. He might summon blood beasts before we kill him. And if he has a bit of health left, it's good to switch to the blood beast, kill it, switch to the other one, kill it, then go back to the boss. But if he's really close to being dead, you can just ignore him. They're not, like, super important.
Are about to get much worse. Come, taste the power that the Lich King has bestowed upon me.
I got all those legendary quest lines done on my characters. So the shot-touched weapons I'm using, we can put the 500 agility gem in them from the first quest, and then we can put an extra socket into them from the second part of the legendary quest that I did. It's pretty nice. Some good character power there. Fist of Fury. Goes into a frenzy, it says. Uh-oh. We'll kill him. That's close. Maybe we didn't need to kill him, but it kind of, you know, it's kind of whatever. Goodbye. Gargoyle Spit Bracers Plate. Maghari Chieftain's Staff. I already have this appearance. Okay, fine. 85 gold out of there and 25 justice points. Alright, we'll head right into Valithria Dreamwalker. Do our stupid healing boss. I hate this boss so much on all my characters. It's... okay, it's not that bad to do on Paladin, but the whole concept of, like, I can't do it because I'm not a healer is very annoying to me. It very much subverts the whole, like, normal way of soloing things. Which, you know, I guess it is what it is, but, you know, oh well. There are a lot of bosses that you just can't solo because of, you know, the way their mechanics work. Yeah, I was going to change to Rushing Jadewind, I forgot. I tried to back away before getting into combat. Let me see if I can down these guys. Combat drop? Yes. Perfect.
You may have once fought beside me, Croc, but now you are nothing more than a traitor. Come, your second death approaches. Miserable creatures.
Soldiers, fall in! Looks like the horde are coming to take
Alright, so what I learned is you have to actually kill all these trash mobs. Because if you let the trash mobs kill the NPCs, the RP doesn't, like, progress the way it's supposed to, and you can't get to Valithria.
lies the body of my only son. Nothing will keep me from him. Hey, can't get back on your ship. We'll spare you. Stand down, let a grieving father.
Right.
Reinforcements will arrive shortly. We must bring her down quickly.
Uh-huh, big Valkyr lady.
Foolish Croc. You brought my reinforcements with you. Arise, Argent champions, and serve the Lich King in death. Come, I'll show the master which of us is truly worthy of the title of champion.
I wonder if there's any way I could do this boss as Windwalker or Brewmaster.
Croc,
I don't think so.
I'll
I think I would just be screwed. I don't think I have enough healing output. Like, the Ret Paladin can do it. The Ret Paladin has multiple healing spells. Okay, well, here we go. It's Mistweaver time. I'm gonna have to do myself a quick little read of some of these abilities to, get in my head what on earth they are doing. Let's see. So I remember Jab plus Tiger Palm restores mana. Blackout Kick. See, whenever I jab or Rushing Jade Wind, I get a buff that makes my next Tiger Palm give me mana back, so that's good. My Mana T is on Z Keybind. Then I've got, Summon Jade Serpent Statue. This sounds good. Got Chi Wave, Expel Harm, Uplift, Renewing Mist. I think I want to be using this. Set Focus. Let's see. Soothing Mist is the channeled spell, 3,000 per second. And then you do Surging Mist. Wow, that's a lot of mana. You can use it while doing Soothing Mist, and then T, Enveloping Mist, is the finishing move that consumes Chi. So whenever I'm low mana, I want to do number 2 and number 5. Jab, Jab, Tiger Palm, Jab, Tiger Palm, Jab, Tiger Palm, or Mana Tea to get mana back. When I have mana, I want to keep up Renewing Mist, then I want a Soothing Mist, Surging Mist, and whenever I have combo points, I want to use Enveloping Mist. I think that's about right. Okay, so we do this one, and while we're doing Soothing Mist, we can do Surging Mist.
I cannot hold them off much longer. You must heal my wounds.
Oh, whoops, I did that wrong. Oh, we're totally out of mana now. Alright, let's go back to doing some of this, where we just hit with Tiger Palm and Jab a bit.
Opened a portal into the dream. Your salvation lies within, heroes.
I will not forget this kindness. I thank you, Highness.
Mana Tea? We're gonna have to get a lot of mana back here.
But the soldiers who survived told me much of what happened.
Okay, Renewing Mist,
Your son,
this kind of mist, that kind of mist,
he died a hero's
that one, that one.
hero's burial.
Looks good. Okay. I just Renewing Misted myself? That seems like a waste of resources.
Salvation lies within, heroes.
Suppressors are a high priority target. Alright, let's go. Renewing Mist. This mist. That mist. That one. This one again. That one again. Alright, looks good. Mana Tea. Ran out of friggin' mana here. Alright, we gotta do more Jab Tiger Palm rotations to get mana back. And yes, I know, I don't actually have a mana bar being displayed right now, which is... Yes, it's an issue. This one, this one, this one, this one. Mana's too low. You hit that guy in the face. Do some mana tea.
I have opened a portal into the dream. Your salvation lies within, heroes. My strength is returning. Press on, heroes.
So I'm kind of just estimating where my mana is at, really. That's the way I'm playing this one.
I have opened a portal into
Okay,
the
let's
dream.
go here.
Salvation lies
One of
within,
these.
heroes.
One of those. One of those. Another one of them. One of them.
It was nothing,
Okay.
Your Majesty. Just,
Kick that.
I'm proud of my king.
We're now out of mana. Why does this have 400 health and isn't dead?
Prepare our soldiers for an assault on the upper city.
Bullshit.
Send out another regiment from Stormwind. Right away, Your Majesty.
Well, I see the suppressors coming in. High priority target these suppressors. No one likes them. They are the worst.
I have opened a portal into the dream. Your salvation lies within, heroes.
Good.
Ready to work.
1, 2, 3, 4. Manatee. Hit. Hit. Oh, suppressors. Making good progress, I would say. I don't feel as absolutely incompetent as I did when I first tried to do this and had literally never played this build before. I have somewhat of an idea what I'm doing. There. Then this one. Then this one. Then this one. Then that one. Then another one of those. Then we do a chi wave. We go back to generating some mana. Suppressors.
Opened a portal into the dream. Your salvation lies within, heroes.
Suppressors on the other side. Okay, back to healing, renewing mist, soothing mist, surging mist, enveloping mist, surge it again, envelop again. Come on, get her done. Should be pretty close to the end of the fight. There we go. We did it. Slower than Ret Paladin? I don't know. We keep getting combat drops throughout the fight, so it never really properly tells me how long that took. I guess we probably started the fight at 15:13, 58, and we ended it at 15:19:31. So that's like 5.5 minutes. And see target of target for your mana. Ooh, good idea. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the Windwalker build. Get rid of that atrocious healing spec. Sister Svalna's Spangenhelm. Alright, I'm about that life. Yeah. The Spangen Helm? We gotta design an entire transmog around the Spangen Helm. My new favorite item. Let's take a closer look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's lit. Okay. Druid tier recolor helm. I kind of just like the name and that the helmet looks kind of ridiculous. Those two things combined, I'm like, all right. This is my style.
Quickly, stop them!
There we go. Everything's aggroed. Lightning, lightning, Jade Wind, roll with the Jade Wind, roll again. Good. Door should be opening soon. And go to Sindragosa. Door is open. Loot. Get the hell out of here. Good. Switch to Zuan. Like these guys. And then Sindragosa comes through. I'll hold Zuan for Sindragosa. We're not using it on these little dudes. Good Fist of Fury there. All right.
Fools who have come to this place! The icy winds of Northrend will consume your souls!
Yeah, she's got a lot to say. Yeah, I think she's parrying a lot of my attacks. Sucks. Oh well.
Your incursion ends
Didn't even skip the air phase.
shall survive.
Clearly noob. Oh well. Queen of the Frost Brood. Okay, so the air phase just involves these like ice things hitting for 25k, which is not very much. You just out heal them every time.
Now, feel my master's limitless power and despair.
Goodbye, boss. Bleak Kuldara Carver. Okay. Spell power. Rhyme Tooth Pendant. I think I got this dagger when I ran through on my rogue. Why we have that one. There's a lot of like caster leather and caster daggers that my rogue characters, they don't have. Like I already have almost all the transmogs of like leather and swords and daggers because I collected a whole lot of them during like regular gameplay, and then I stashed them away in my bank because obviously I did that. But you know, leather with intellect on it, daggers and swords with spell power, those are, you know, suitable things that I can do transmogs with, but not something I would have collected any of while playing TBC or Wrath of the Lich King. Okay, so this pull I learned it's these mobs, the Pustulating Horrors, that have an ability that deals damage based on like a percentage of your max health. So they're still extremely scary, even here, like they can kill you. So whenever you're fighting in this area, you want to kill those first. I think that's the debuff I just got. Nature damage every 2 seconds. Yep, that's the one. Make sure I stay healed. Use all my healing spells. Okay, we're safe now. Debuff's over. Yeah, focusing those down is good. Okay, on we go. Damage done by 56%. That's a lot. Nice. We killed it before it decimated us, so our health is still high. But unlucky, we did not get the Precious's Ribbon. I still never worked out whether the Precious's Ribbon only drops in like a certain difficulty mode, or if I can get it in 10-man normal. I assume it drops in all difficulty modes, but I could be wrong. It's a rare, Precious's Ribbon is a rare shirt that drops from Precious that we just killed there. Didn't get it. And none of this guy's abilities really do anything. That's how it is for most of the bosses. I mean, we're 2 expansions later, so what do you expect? It's unusual that one of the bosses would have an ability that we would have to care about. Lockjaw and the ooh, this new transfer. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Shaft of Glacial Ice. That's a decent decent look for a two-hander. Alright, always remember, you gotta hit the ooze release valve before you leave here. Otherwise, you just have to double back. I was forgetting that a lot in my first couple of runs. Got him. Oh, trap activated. Let's just charge into the boss. Alright, summon Zuen. Do a little Tiger Palm. Fist of Fury. Remove the disorient effect with human racial. Fist of Fury again. We can't human racial the second disorient, unfortunately. On cooldown. Alright, what do we get? The Abracadaver, another staff. Nice. That one also, I would say, looks pretty cool. Summon a cadaver that will protect you for 1 minute. 15 minutes cooldown. Alright. Alright, what if I summon the cadaver and unequip the weapon? What happens then? Probably the cadaver goes away. But, you know, it's worth a try. Ooh, you know what's not a good idea, though? Trying to fight these mobs with an Icecrown Citadel weapon equipped. Not nearly as good as my heroic Mogushan Vault's weapon. Look at him. Summoned Cadaver, Simon Monk's Guardian. Let's go. See if he can 1v1 the Plague Scientist. Alright, he hits for 312 damage. I think he's gonna need some help. Oh, wait, he's dead. If I unequip, does he despawn instantly? Or does his corpse just stay there? Well, we may never know. That thing might get vendored before I try it again. Gotten Glaive on the monk? No, but I also haven't really been trying. I haven't been, like, hitting a Black Winglet or Black Temple lockout every time. I think I've only done, like, 2 or 3, maybe, for the monk. Stupid insect room. Solo Black Temple with Rogue as well. Yep, I could solo Black Temple with all of my characters even before Miss of Pandaria came out. So there's Death Knight solo, Rogue solo, Monk solo, and Paladin solo, all at level 85. So now that you're level 90, even easier. Like, way easier. This stupid room. You can't... It's very hard to kill enough bugs to get it in one round. You usually end up having to do 2 rounds. Because these things, you see, they just despawn if you don't hit them quickly. And you just can't cover the entire area to get both sides, the top and the bottom side. Okay, Professor Putricide.
Everyone. I think I perfected it. That will destroy all life on Azeroth.
We are stunned. How did Heart of Fear go? Pretty good. We got Amber Shaper Heroic for the first time. And then did a couple pulls of Heroic Empress, but didn't get it, ran out of time, killed it normal mode. So it was a 5 out of 6 normal. Or sorry, 5 out of 6 Heroic, I mean. And we got a boot and we got a necklace. So we're good. So, decent pulls on loot also. Should I maybe not have stood in the green stuff? Doesn't seem to be hitting me. I think it's probably not important.
Oh, excuse me.
Goodbye. The Face Lifter and Chestplate of Septic Stitches. Alright. Alright, so that's Dragon Wing and Plague Wing down, then it's Blood Wing, and then Lich King time. Not too bad. I think we usually get to Lich King in about an hour on most of these characters. I think that's a decent rate. We'll have to clear out and go respec to Brewmaster. Respec the Mistwalker, the Brewmaster. Extra, if you're interested in any of those Black Temple runs, you can search on YouTube. They're all up there already. You know, Simonize, Rogue, Black Temple should get you there. Or if you want to see, like, the Death Knight run, Simonize, Death Knight, Black Temple. Ooh. Okay, I remember something funny about last time we did this. This buff that you get from clicking this orb has a bit of a problem in that it makes Spinning Crane Kick instant cast instead of channeled, which ultimately means that it doesn't do anything. You just press the button and the effect immediately ends because the buff you get from the orb turned it into an instant cast. So let's go Rushing Jade Wind, and then maybe that'll actually do what we want. Yeah, Jade Wind gets activated. But, like, we also can't, Fists of Fury. You see, I just press it, it goes on cooldown. The channeled spell becomes instant, and then it doesn't do anything. The buff increases damage done, spells have no cost and are instant, and 100% increased attack speed. Usually that's just universally good. But in this case, it's a little bit awkward.
Foolish mortals. You thought us defeated so easily. The Sand Lane are the Lich King's immortal soldiers. Now, you shall face their might.
Did you cook up strat for Heroic Lich King? Not specifically for the monk, no. But we did it 10-man heroic on Rogue, we did it on Blood Death Knight 25 heroic, and we did it on Paladin 25 heroic. So I'm pretty familiar with what goes into soloing that boss. So, you know, that experience, despite not being experience on a monk, hopefully will pay off. But my main concern is that I will get killed, that I don't have enough self-healing and mitigation on the monk compared to the Paladin and Death Knight have a lot more self-healing and mitigation. There we go. Pale Corpse Boots, Blood Drinker's Girdle, male. What's the strat for Gunship? Pretty much the same as all the other characters. I mean, you hop in the cannon, you shoot the ship, but not the axe throwers. And when you get frozen and knocked out of the cannon, you kill the mobs on your boat before you jump over. You jump over, you kill the mage, and then you jump right back. And you just completely ignore the axe throwers the entire time. You don't hit them with the cannon. You don't hit them when you're on that side of the ship. You just ignore them. And that's it. That's basically, yeah. It takes the buff away from you if you get too close to the boss, I think. When Granola, did you play on Nostalrius? We could do a Granola maybe between some of the Lich King attempts. Did I play on Nostalrius? I did. That was prior to official Classic servers coming out. And Nostalrius did not have a cash shop of any kind. I think when it comes to private servers, like, all private servers of WoW are stealing a game that they don't own and producing it to some level or another. I think it's, you know, somewhat defensible as, like, a fan project and passion for the game if you aren't trying to sell anything related to your private server. But, like, as soon as you're both stealing the project and you're setting up a cash shop for your server, that becomes pretty indefensible, in my opinion. We got the Blood Sipper Dagger and Lana'thel's Bloody Nail. And Same Krigari says your buddy is buying gold on Project Ascension. Bro, that's sad. Buying gold on a private server. Give me a break. Okay, we need to Zen Pilgrimage to change our Mistwalker build into a Brewmaster build. And I need to take a quick bathroom break. We downed all the bosses except for Lich King. So we're going to set up this Brewmaster build. Then we're going to go Lich King. And I'm going to be right back to get that going, okay? Oh, stand up slow. I'm too old. Okay. I've got some keybinds saved, so we can load in Brewmaster keybinds pretty easily. Over here. Change talents to this one. Let me see if I can find where I saved that. Mop keybinds Monk 1 and Mop keybinds Monk 2. Well, I don't know why I wouldn't have called them Brewmaster or Mistweaver, but I apparently did not do that. So let's see if we guessed right on the keybinds. Brewmaster, learn. Okay. Import. Yeah, those look like Brewmaster keybinds. I guessed correctly. Wait. What is this? Jade Serpent statue. Hold on, let's double check. Brew this thing. No, I think it is right. But having Life Cocoon and Jade Serpent statue is a little awkward. Can I import them again? Ignore unlearned skill. You know what? Whatever. Oh yeah, I'd have an ox. Maybe, let me try the other one. Let me see what the other one comes up with if I load in keybinds number 2. There we go. It's got some Brewmaster shit there. Okay, easy peasy, teleport back to Icecrown. Of course, Zen Pilgrimage does not work. I cannot Zen Pilgrimage return for no reason. I think that is maybe a bug with respecking. That it gets rid of your return. My whole plan was to just like pilgrimage out and pilgrimage back, and then the talent swap would be pretty quick. I don't need that on my action bar. We probably want Rushing Jade Wind. Diffuse Magic. Shit. Or Healing Elixir. Stick with diffuse magic for now. Whatever, we gotta move. Get where we're going. Gatrith, Dalaran. Luckily, this raid is not too far away from the main town teleport things. Turkey WoW has Cash Shop. TWoW has Cash Shop. Ascension has Cash Shop. Pretty much every private server I know of has a Cash Shop. And TWoW's Cash Shop, when I investigated whether or not a Cash Shop exists, I learned that TWOW's cash shop is, in my opinion, especially egregious, in that it doesn't call itself a shop. It has a donate button, and it says when you donate, you get an intermediary currency, which you can then use to get stuff in the game. And if you look at the, shopping page for how you spend this intermediary currency in the game, obviously, the totals of items cost of items does not match up with any of the, package sizes of that increment currency that you could donate to obtain. So, they're using an strike one intermediary currency. That's bad. It's just an extra level of obfuscation to make it harder for people to understand how much money they're spending. This is like basic, microtransactions, bad stuff. 2, the bundle sizes of the intermediary currency do not match any of the, prices of items that you actually buy with the currency, so you always have some left over. That's, bad thing number 2. And 3, they obfuscate the fact that it's a shop by trying to call it, a donation rather than a purchase to, make it feel softer, or whatever, make it feel less bad or something. So, 3 levels of bullshit there, I would say. And, before you say, oh, they're not making that much money, surely they're just, selling some cosmetics and stuff. Well, TWOW is evidently making enough money to, run advertisements for their server and sponsor streamers to play their server and make content about their server. It's like, you don't spend money on advertisements if you're not making a bunch of money to begin with, The fact that they're spending money on advertisements makes me think they're making a lot of money. Switch it to heroic? No, you gotta... So, the way you do it, you do the whole thing in 10-man normal, then you zone out, switch it to 25 normal, then you zone back in, accept being saved to the instance, and then you have to wait 1 minute before you can switch it to heroic, because there's a 1 minute cooldown on changing the difficulties. Now, the flag says 10 heroic, but you can look at the Lich King's health. It's 103 million, so we know that is the 25 heroic health total. Okay, Legacy of the Emperor, Rune Scroll of Fortitude, Flask is good, Sea Mist, Noodles, get those going. Let's think about any glyphs we want. Glyph of Breath of Fire, Spinning Crane Kick. We got Rushing Jade Wind. Move at full speed while channeling Spinning Crane Kick. Do we actually even need that because we're using Rushing Jade Wind? Replaces... Does this affect my move speed with... Let's test it. Yeah, it seems like I'm still moving at full speed. That glyph seems unnecessary if we're going to use Rushing Jade Wind. What else can we do? Range of Clash, Detox, Enduring. We have Fortuitous Spheres. Fortifying Brew reduces damage taken by an additional, but increases your maximum health by 10% rather than 20%. Is that good? It's probably good. Nimble Brew, Paralysis, Rapid Rolling, 30% farther, Surging Mist, Targeted Expulsion on allies, but the healing is reduced, Touch of Death, no longer has a chi cost, but the cooldown's increased, that doesn't matter. Channel Zen Meditation, what does this ability even do? Being the victim of a melee attack will break your meditation. Okay, so it's irrelevant for what we're doing right now. Yeah, looks like there aren't a lot of good things. So I guess we just hit the fortifying brew one, seems like. Okay, let's just send it, you know. Heroic 25-man Lich King, our first try on the monk. I'm kind of expecting to get crushed. Honestly, I'm thinking I'm gonna get crushed. I think I also, let me change this music. There we go. One of these abilities amps up the power of my next guard. I think it's Tiger Palm, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's Tiger Palm. Can you just go up and pose with him if you don't talk to Tyrion? Yes.
So be it. Champions, attack! I'll keep you alive to witness the end of your
Back out. Big boys are coming now. Gambling horror. Back it up. Doing pretty good damage to that horror. Like, my paladin just didn't kill the horrors literally at all. They stayed for the entire duration of the fight. But we're definitely doing a lot more AoE. And just kind of mowing them down. There's now 2 of them up. He's infesting me. Don't love that, but not much I can do about it. Back up. Now up to, is that 3 shambling horrors? It's going better than I thought, honestly. Is that a 4th one now? Uh-oh, I'm infested. I need to heal. Good. Okay, got rid of the infest. The infest is really dangerous. It does a little bit of damage to you, but then it's a damage initially, but then it's a damage over time, and it ramps up and up and up in damage the longer it's on you. And the way you get rid of it is you get yourself to above, I think it's like 90% health. So basically you get yourself full healed. So if it catches you at a low amount of health, it can be really difficult. You know, it can be deadly, straight up deadly to, you know, deal with that ability. There we go, targeting the Lich King again. I didn't set up any targeting macros to help me kill the ice spirits during the transition. Probably should have thought a little more ahead about that. I used some targeting macros, really helped me on the Paladin. Boss is at 82%, 81%, and I'm 4 minutes in. Oh, shit, I'm taking a bunch of damage. Why is that? We're back to a good amount of health. Maybe I should go in a smaller circle so that I can get my own orbs. See, I'm gonna die to this infest here. Yeah, I think I'm dead to this infest. Yeah. Rip. Okay, I kind of got distracted thinking about the next phase, and then I lost to the infest. If I went in a smaller circle with the shadow traps, I would probably overlap my own healing spheres better. And then I could heal off of those. There were definitely a lot of those on the ground that I could not, you know, I just wasn't getting. Yeah, let's go again. I'll get some targeting macros so I at least have a plan for the next phase. Lich King is Shift G, and then Ice Dude is G. Okay. I don't think we learned too much. Let me look at my damage output. It's definitely more of a struggle to stay alive on this character than it was on any other character. Absolutely. Staying alive is a challenge on this character. I'm gonna have to work out some other way to live. We could use, you know, I think I probably could have used diffuse magic to remove that infest at the end there. I think I know Cloak of Shadows works on a rogue, and diffuse magic is pretty similar to Cloak of Shadows, so I would assume diffuse magic would work also. But you know, that's only a 90-second cooldown, and that can get rid of a problem infest. Otherwise, we can change that talent slot. We can change it to healing elixirs, which can help us heal up. Drink a brew or tea. So when I press Elusive Brew or Purifying Brew, that would trigger the healing elixir to heal me for 15% of my total health. If I'm dropping all the way to 35% of my maximum health, then we're in a way bigger problem. And, you know, that's not where we want to be. That's the other way to trigger that effect. Let's see. We want this and this. And then talk to Tyrion. And we can eat a food buff now. Then we just try again. See if we can get a little bit deeper into the fight. I think it's a big problem letting the ads accumulate on the monk. I think that's an issue for the monk.
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthas. More than can be said for the thousands you've slain.
So I want to make sure I keep up my, you know, Rushing Jade Wind. I want to use my Keg Smash, and maybe I want to use more Breath of Fire to try to take some of those shambling guys down faster, so I don't pile up so many of them at once.
So be it. Champions, attack!
Green pot. We don't need to do the Rushing Jade Wind yet. What if I just, like, hang out over here? I'm gonna try to do this in a smaller circle this time. To hopefully be able to overlap my healing spheres. Oh, shit. Okay, I reacted. I reacted a little slow, and I was worried that it was too slow. Okay, that trap dissipated. I don't know if I'm really going to be able to move into any of these things. Any of these spheres. Well, why is my health so low? I didn't drop... Yeah. Didn't drop my stagger buff. There we go. Cleaned it up. I think it's too many shambling horrors accumulating. I think I can stun those, actually. Why don't I do that? Yeah, dude, they can just be stunned. It's nice. Okay, we're doing good. I mean, we're slow on the DPS, but I think I'm getting a little more used to living. Diffuse magic does not clear infest. I just tested that. So I think we can just safely go back to healing elixirs. You know, the use case of diffuse magic was just going to be that it could clear a problem infest. But I'm pretty sure I just tried it there and it did not do that. Also, let me take this guy out of the middle. I don't want all those shadow traps in the middle. Because when he does his phase transition, I want the middle area to be super clear. should just go back to the circle movement pattern. I think. Bro, we are so far behind. 6 minutes transition. Bro, this is not a good pace to beat it before the enrage. Now, let's see. How can I handle those ice orbs? I just gradually move away and kill them with the rushing Jade Wind? The answer to that seems to be yes. That's a great way to deal with them. I don't even have to retarget anything. Breath of Fire. That's nice. Ooh, I cannot do some of my abilities while silenced. That's normal. That's how silence works. But I didn't really know which of my abilities were going to be restricted by silence. Is that ice dude dead? Yeah, okay, the ice dude is dead. Okay, I mean, we'll keep going. We're not really on pace to be successful in the end, but if we can at least make it to the end, that's progress. This is not the in-game music. No, this is some Baldur's Gate music. Oh my god, my health is effed. I'm about to get infested. I think now I'm dead. Can I hit all of these healing orbs to get rid of the infest? No, I'm still infested. Here's another healing orb. Nope, it's over. Ripperoni. Ooh, boy. I don't know about this one. I feel like our DPS is not good. Yeah, Dabo, if the only thing I pressed was Rushing Jade Wind and Keg Smash, I'd have more energy than I could spend. I understand that Rushing Jade Wind is better than Jab, and that, you know, Blackout Kick is better than Breath of Fire. But I can do both. You know, Rushing Jade Wind is being prioritized over Jab. Whoops. Shift T is my flying kick in the other build, so I press that sometimes. Yeah, I also can't press this ability when I'm silenced. That's one of the ones I can't press while silenced. So as soon as the Raging Spirits came out, I couldn't always press that button. Let's get rid of Diffuse Magic now that we learned that that doesn't beat Infest. Chi Wave can't be cast while silenced either. I wonder if Zen Sphere can be cast while silenced. Or Chi Burst. Shit. Zen Sphere seems kind of not great. Yeah, as soon as you get into that first Remorseless Winter, you start getting Raging Spirits spawning, and they silence you, and that has varying effects on different ones of my characters that I've used. Some of them, it's much more penalizing than it is for others. Like on the Death Knight, it prevents me from blood boiling, which is my main ability I would like to use to kill the ice spheres. On my Paladin, it prevents most of my abilities, but it doesn't prevent Avenging Shield, so it kind of doesn't matter. It does prevent my self-heal, my Eternal Flame, so that's a bit of an issue, but my main attack button on the Paladin is not disrupted by silence. I feel like this one we definitely can survive. I want to get at least to the Enraged. Like, I think that's doable. But if we get to the Enraged and the boss is at, like, 40% health or something, 30% health, you know, that's pretty much, like, you know, not gonna happen territory. We don't need to Rushing Jade Wind on him until there's actually multiple enemies up. Bad opener there. So I'll go back to the circle movement pattern. Start using stuns on the big boys whenever I can, just reduce incoming damage. Putting out a lot of Breath of Fires, because I need to kill these. I can't let them accumulate. Breath of Fire, I think, especially once I have a lot of guys up, is a pretty effective damage output. I wonder if I could build up, like, a really substantial amount of extra stagger and then be able to spam Breath of Fire later. Move. I should probably also make my elusive brew button. I should make it glow whenever I hit 15 stacks. 'Cause once I hit 15 stacks, I can't accumulate more stacks, so it's like, might as well press it. I feel like I forget to press that button a lot. Two Shambling Horrors up right now. The Drudge Ghouls, they'll pretty much die to anything. They're not super important for me to prioritize killing, but I do not like having a lot of Shambling Horrors up. wonder if they could be kited effectively. Like, maybe I'm just faster than them. That could be a strategy to deal with them. Pull this energy up. There we go. Down to 2 shambling horrors, it looks like. That's good. Cleared the infest. No problem. Okay. Lich King on the Paladin was 11 attempts. There's a transition at 6 minutes, 13 seconds. Destroyed that pretty quickly. I'm taking way too much damage. We could go to the sides and take no damage from Remorseless Winter, but if we did that, we would almost certainly not be able to beat the Enrage timer. Like, I think you basically have to be able to stay in on these Remorseless Winter phases. And if you can't stay in on the Remorseless Winter phases, like, you're just going to be cooked. Cannot cast. Okay, the Raging Spirits are up. They are silencing me. It blocks a lot of my spells. Try to cast what I can while I'm not silenced. Roll out of that. Oh, I'm infested. Shit. No, I'm not infested. Why is my health low? I saw that my health was low, and then I just assumed that I was infested. Now I'm infested. Can I roll into these healing spheres? Hit this, hit that. Can I pull out of this infest? Yes, I made it out of the infest. Wow, I did not think that was gonna happen. I thought I was dead there for sure. Here's another infest. Cleared it. Becoming increasingly difficult to clear those. Raging spirits are about to be dead. So I should be silenced much less often. Now I'm actually only at 2 enemies. So I know rushing Jade Wind is better. What the? Why is he hurting me so much? I don't understand why. I feel like I'm just taking infinity damage all of a sudden. There's not even very many mobs up. Right, but what I was saying was, I'm pretty sure rushing Jade Wind's better single target, just like raw damage per energy than jab, but with only 1 enemy, it's not going to generate chi. So I need to make sure... Oh, geez, here we go. There we go. Okay, got out of that infest. Alright, 53%. All the things are dead. He's defiling me. I think we're pretty stable now, aside from the fact that we're just never going to beat the enrage timer at this rate. Unless there's some kind of secret monk technology that maybe monks, since monks weren't in the game when this got introduced, maybe monks can't go into the Frostmourne chamber. Yeah, that makes total sense, right? That makes total sense, right? Maybe the monks just can't get sucked into the Frostmourne chamber. That's pretty much the only way we could possibly meet the DPS check here. I actually read, forget where I saw this. Someone was using a level 80 monk with a bunch of crafted gear, and they said they were able to reach avoidance cap on a low-level monk because they have better, scaling of, stats into dodge. Combined with, like, elusive brew, they would just maintain 100% of the time. And then they said they went and took that and killed Lich King with it. So, I mean, if you could just accumulate all the mobs and build Vengeance. You build Vengeance off of dodged attacks, right? Then maybe you could beat the enrage timer. Never getting hit by anything. I have 30 seconds worth of shuffle right now. Maybe I can put some rushing Jade Winds into this rotation here. Do like half the damage. My understanding is the maximum Vengeance, is limited by your max health. And that was like an issue in Cataclysm, but it's like not really an issue in Mists of Pandaria. Because they like changed like what percentage of your maximum health you can gain in Vengeance. So it's, what I've read is that it's basically impossible to hit your Vengeance cap. Due to having, not enough max health. I am infested. I am no longer infested. Alright, this is about to be a phase transition. Okay. Nice. Rushing Jade Wind did well there. Go into my health orbs. Do I have to bail here? Ooh. Yeah, I think I have to bail out of the Remorseless Winter to live. Oh, never mind, it's over. There's no more Infest in this phase. Oh, shit, wait, I'm getting Frostmourned, and then the Ice Sphere is gonna hit me? Alright, when we come out of this Frostmourne, he's gonna be enraged. I'm gonna say we can't kill 25 heroic on this character. I mean, we have to do a lot more DPS. Like, we're not close. Oh, he's enraged. Yeah, bro, we got him to 36%. So we need to do 26% more. I mean, if I use Zuen, I think I would just accumulate a bunch of ads. I mean, look at my damage. Like, Rushing Jade Wind is 31% of my damage. I don't think that would work too well. I mean, I would do Spinning Crane Kick instead. Is that, like, better damage or what? I mean, we could try it. So I think, I mean, if you had Avoidance Cap, you could ignore all the ads. You could just get Max Vengeance, probably, or whatever. And you could focus all your efforts basically on single target damage. Here, the reason I focus so much on AoE is I think my healing is just not high enough to outpace the damage if I just let the mobs accumulate. Like, I don't have block like I do on the Paladin. The Paladin was like an Omega joke. Like, I could let every single mob be alive till the very end of the fight and it wouldn't matter. Because I just block their damage. Aside from the part where if there are any Drudge Ghouls alive when you get sucked into Frostmourne, the game bugs out and you die. That part sucked, but we learned how to adapt to that. I don't think I killed a single Shambling Horror on the Paladin. Some of your healing scales with Vengeance on Monk. Yeah, I don't doubt that, but like, you know, I've done this on Death Knight, I've done this on Paladin. This is the squishiest character. I can't let those mobs accumulate. I don't think that's gonna work. Pagani, hello. Good evening. Says, how are you today? Well, we did a Heart of Fear. We got Amber Shaper Heroic for the first time, so that was cool. 5 out of 6 Heroic. Got 2 pieces of loot. Pretty decent. Now we're here. We've got Ascension, Leg Sweep. I wonder if Ring of Peace is better. I think most of these ads tap or cast harmful spells will be disarmed or silenced. I wonder if Ring of Peace could stop them from silencing me. Oh, Leg Sweep works plenty good to hit the Shamblers. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing is to try to do Invoke Zuen and just... I mean, let's click it and let's see what happens. You know, 36% we got him to. We need to do 26% of his health more. So 0.26 times 103. 103,000. That's 103,000, 103 million. That's how much health he has. So we need to do this much more damage, and we need to do that within 15 times 60 seconds, 900 seconds. So we need to do north of 30,000 more single target DPS. We're currently sitting at, let's see, 45% of our damage output. This is not even considering the fact that we're going to be in Frostmourne chambers for some percentage of this time, right? This is assuming full 15 minutes of uptime. So, we need to do more than that. Let me look right now. 45% of our DPS is going into the Lich King, and we're at 155,000. So, 155,000 times 0.45. This is our Lich King DPS is 69, nice, 1,750 DPS. So, I mean, we need to do like literally 50% more damage. We need to do 50% more damage if we're gonna do this. I think the only way you make that happen is going Windwalker and just assuming that somehow you could live as Windwalker, which I'm pretty sure we can't. But I also feel like there's no chance we increase our DPS by 50%. It's just not gonna happen, you know? Vengeance. I think, given the trouble I have with staying alive already, that it's kind of touch and go, that the way I would get more vengeance is take more damage, but I'm already kind of on the edge of being able to survive or not, so I don't think the play is to, like, let ads accumulate or something like that to try to increase vengeance. Okay. Let's just for the sake of experiment, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get completely demolished here, but for the sake of experiment, let's pull him in Windwalker once, and just see how much we parry or whatever. You know, I can use Fists of Fury, you know, that gives me 100% parry chance, and now my Blackout Kick heals me in this build, but... Tank builds don't live against this DPS builds don't live against this boss. That's just how it is.
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthas. More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
You try it on Rogue? Yes, I tried 25 Heroic, then I tried 25 Normal, got completely destroyed in both of those, and then I was actually able to, I would say fairly easily, do it in 10-man Heroic on the Rogue.
So be it. Champion, attack!
I actually overlapped that with the Touch of Karma, which I wasn't supposed to do. It's going a lot better than I thought it would. But with the Shambling Horror up now, I don't think we're gonna do very well. What if I could just, like, generate Infinity Chi and spam Blackout Kick forever? Well, we almost made it back to our... Yeah, I made it back to my Touch of Karma cooldown. So we lived that long, at least. Now there might actually just be too many dudes. I cannot handle this many dudes at once. I am infested. Means I'm probably dead here. Healing thing? Yeah, this infest beat me. Alright. Shit. I mean, there's just no way we do 50% more damage on the Brewmaster. That's just impossible. I wonder if there... Could I put, like, mending enchants on my weapons, and would that be enough on the monk? Or on the Windwalker build? Let's look at this. 58% of my damage output was on the Lich King here, out of 208,000. Pull up the calculator again. 208,000 times 0.58. So we were doing 120,000 DPS. So that was enough to kill it before the Enrage. 120k gets the job done. With room to spare, in fact. Well, okay, assuming full uptime, it gets the job done. Were you using the clones to help kill mobs? No. Because they would reduce... I think they would reduce my damage on Lich King. I could put a clone up on each of the Shambling Horrors. Honestly, you know, given how far away I was on the damage check on the Brewmaster, I'm kind of feeling like Windwalker might actually be the play. And we just need to get good. Healing Sphere when you kill an enemy, gaining experience or honor. So if we used Glyph of Afterlife, I'm pretty sure all the mobs I'm killing in here would trigger this. Parry chances increased. I've got that. Enduring. This is Fortuitous Spheres. That one's probably not going to do much. I don't want to ever be falling below 25% health. Let's see if we can think about any other glyphs to be using. Afterlife seems good. While sparring, you have a 5% chance to deflect spells from attackers in front of you. Stacks. Do you think I could deflect an infest? Probably has like a cannot be reflected. Maybe a reflect different than deflect? I don't know. I definitely don't need range on Touch of Karma. Okay, well, as usual, pretty much all of the glyphs suck. But we will do Afterlife. Probably replace Karma. But I think Afterlife should trigger a Healing Sphere off of pretty much every ad that I kill here. And then we could also... Where's my target Lich King macro? There. We could try using the spirits on the Shambling Horrors and use them to, like, duplicate our Rushing Jade Winds. Healing Elixir is going to heal us whenever we hit a Tiger Eye Brew or Energizing Brew, so that's good. Okay. I'll give this another go. This actually went a lot better than I expected. I'm surprised how deep into the fight we got on a non-tank build.
So, the lights of haunted justice has finally arrived. Shall I lay down Frostborn and throw myself at your mercy, Fordring?
We'll grant you a swift
So when he
death.
summons a Shambling Horror, we
Can be said for the
click to it, we do Storm, Earth, and Fire, then we click Shift G, go back to targeting Lich King. I think I should start... Yeah, we'll start Touch of Karma, and then as soon as the Touch of Karma fades, we'll do our first Fist of Fury, and that'll give us a little bit of time to put up the Tiger Palm and put up the Rising Sun Kick and other important stuff.
So be it. Champions, attack!
We bought. No! He shadow trapped right when I wanted to press my thing. Is the infest solved? Yes. Okay. Go to this guy, do that, back here. Goddamn shadow traps right when I'm trying to do my thing. I think my Storm, Earth, and Fire just died. Also, I'm about to die. Dude, she's fucking up my targeting. Wait, the Storm, Earth, and Fires are... They're just distracting the Shambling Horrors. I'm infested. I am going to die. We didn't do, we got 80% that time? Huh. We're gonna have to do some damage. Yeah, I thought I was doing damage with my Rushing Jade Winds, but, like, because I'm, the Storm, Earth, and Fire pulls threat on it, like, as soon as I spawn it. Maybe I have to let it hit me first while I'm doing some Rushing Jade Wind. Then... I bet I could make a macro... Yeah, my other target macro can just be target Shambling. Oh, no, but then there's going to be multiple and it's not going to target the right one. Okay, how can we increase self-healing on this build? I think, you know, if we don't sacrifice too much DPS and we can ramp up the self-healing somehow, that could be good. Like, our Mending or Light... What's the highest level one? Mending? Is Mending the highest, like, chance on hit heal thing? More orbs? Like, walk into my own healing orbs, I guess, is what you're saying? could spend energy on Circle of Healing, but that's going to be a pretty big detractor of my damage output if I try to achieve more healing that way. I'm thinking like... Oh, what the hell? Can I teleport? I didn't mean to aggro this thing. Can I just teleport into here and ignore that? Oh my god, it doesn't let you teleport when you're in combat. Stupid Valkyr. Right, okay, so I'm thinking like a healing enchant, or like maybe there's a Mistweaver set bonus that's OP that happens to interact. Let me see what the Mistweaver set is for this tier. See if we can find out. Maybe, like, who knows? Maybe it interacts with an ability that a Windwalker monk has. Red Crane Mantle is the one with intellect. Okay. Reduces mana cost, increases healing done. Okay, neither of those are relevant. Guess it would just be mending enchants on the weapons. And I'm not about to, on a whim, replace double Dancing Steel with some chance on hit healing bullshit. Oh, Colossus. That's the new healing enchant. Life Ward was Wrath of Lich King. Mending was Cataclysm. Colossus is the enchant that, like, gives you more health. It does a damage absorb effect. 7,500 per trigger, I want to say. Could be good. I know I use it on my rogue for monkey runs. Alright, this one, this one, this one. We are prepared. This one. Colossus is pretty bad, yes. But I'm trying to figure out what the different things are that I could do. You know, they're all going to sacrifice... They're likely all going to sacrifice some amount of damage output. But, like, what's the ratio of damage lost to healing gained? Because, like, we can lose some damage, and it's okay. We have more than enough right now, but we're dying. The problem with the Brewmaster was both that it was barely hanging on to life, and it was 50% away from the DPS check. The problem with the Windwalker is it's not quite hanging on to life, but it's totally got the DPS check down. I think I might have given him my back there for a moment. Not ideal. Alright, the Shambling Horror is up. I'm not gonna spirit it right away. What? Bro, I went... I went to put the spirit on the dude, and then I tabbed back, and I was dead. What just happened? Let's review the death log. It looks like the Shambling Horror enraged. We lasted 37 seconds that time. Shambling Horror. Okay, so the Infest hit me 10 seconds before death. Only dropped me to 95%, so that probably removed itself. Shambling Horror, 38k. Melee from the Lich King, 75k. Follow-up melee 1.5 seconds later, 80k. Then a melee from the Shambling Horror hit for 154k. And then another melee from the Lich King, 75. And then the Shambling Horror... Oh, wait, no. The Lich King did a crit. What the fuck? Dude, we just got completely destroyed. That was easily our worst attempt so far. Alright, well, let's just send it again. Food buff. I mean, I think eventually we're gonna just switch it to 25 normal mode, kill it on 25 normal, and call it good. I think this character is too far away from being able to kill this boss. Dying to the infest. I am dead because of infest. Bro, what? How is it that attempting to put a spirit on the Shambling Horror is just completely... I don't understand why. I don't know if it's a coincidence, maybe? Maybe it's just a coincidence. But it seems like the 2 times I attempted to put a spirit onto the Shambling Horror, I just, like, super died. Other times I got the boss to 80% health. I'm just running it directly back. I don't think we need any strategy change. Putting a spirit out does heavily gimp your single target DPS. Do the spirits duplicate my, like, chi waves? Will attack their target and mirror your damaging abilities. So I'm gonna get multiple chi waves worth of healing. That sounds pretty cool. But I mean, the idea was that if I did the spirits, I would kill the Shambling Horrors faster. Right? And then the Shambling Horrors wouldn't accumulate so much. That was the idea.
So be it. Champion!
I think I'm gonna just not do the spirits this time. Man. Really good at pressing my first ability at the exact same time as he puts his first shadow trap out. I'm not going to live this infast. So, what I'm deducing is that the 2 times I got him to about 80%, that those were basically just flukes. This is more how I expected this boss to go if I pulled him as a Windwalker. I think, you know, we made it to the very end as the Brewmaster monk. Like, we made it to the Enrage. And we looked at our damage and we needed to do about 50% more damage, which that's not a small amount. That's not going to be fixed by, like, reforging the gear a little bit better or, you know, some game, you know, less jabs or whatever. I'm not going to be able to juice 50% more damage out of this. This is a go normal angle. This is definitely a go normal angle, and we just ain't there yet. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, even, like, the Brewmaster. The Brewmaster seemed pretty far away. Like, you could get up to, I don't know, 510, 515. I don't know what the highest item level you could reasonably acquire right now is. But, like, we're, you know, at most 10 item levels away from the most you could reasonably have. And I don't think 10 item levels is 50% damage. Alright, so we'll go back to the Brewmaster build. We're now in normal 61 milli. This, and then this. That's rough. I was afraid the monk wasn't going to be able to do this just because they weren't going to be able to juice enough damage. That ended up being exactly right. Oh, we have Zuen right now. Let's go back to Rushing Jadewind.
More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
Okay, so 61 million is significantly less than 103 million. We killed it in 25 normal last week. We should be able to kill it in 25 normal this week.
So be it. Champion! Attack!
Wait, I forget what I do as a Brewmaster. I was doing it too many reps as Windwalker. We just pressed Jade Wind and Keg Smash. There's no more shadow traps. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yes, dude. No more shadow traps. Shadow traps are the worst. That rushing Jade Wind is not getting me a combo point. No, sir. Now that it's normal mode, you know, it's not scary. Totally fine with the Chamblers accumulating. Juice a little extra vengeance, you know. No problem. Turn over here so they're both in front of me. God, I can just press Tiger Palm as much as I want on Brewmaster. So I can fill all the empty globals with that. This infest, clear it, please. Thank you. Okay. Did not immediately get removed. So then I was worried. The phase transition, we have two. Wow, it transitioned like right as he summoned the extra horror. Lame. Cake Smash has been great for dealing with those ice dudes. Cake Smash, and you can hit them with Rushing Jade Wind also. Without getting too close to trigger them. So that works out nicely. I think this might be the easiest character to take out the ice orbs with. Oh, except for Rushing Jade Wind can't be used while silenced. There's that part. I wait for the orb to come in a little bit, then we hit the Keg Smash, which apparently didn't hit the orb, but we're okay. It died to something else. Alright, he's back to infesting me sometimes, so I'm gonna need to make sure my health goes up. There we go. Use my healing abilities while I can. As in, like, while I'm not silenced. Infest immediately cleared. There's a Defile. Get out of that. Raging Spirit about to go down. I'm not going to get any combo points from Rushing Jade Wind anymore, because they're all dead now. Okay, so we have to think about, do we want to still use Rushing Jade Wind? I'm going to say we probably don't, because it's more important to generate more chi to heal myself, to make sure I don't die to an infest. Because we should be well ahead of the DPS check, so we don't need to potentially sacrifice our health in order to deal more damage. So the chi helps us heal. So we're going to use jabs instead of Rushing Jade Wind at this point, because they generate chi. And can help prevent us from dying to an infest. I wonder if I could do a strat to help myself live, of just like walking like this constantly, so that I would bump into more of the orbs that I've been spawning, and try to get a lot of healing off of that. I mean, I don't need it for now, but I'm thinking about like if I went back to try heroics some more. Alright, here's a Remorseless Winter. Raging Spirits are starting to come back now. Ice Dude just got wasted by Rushing Jade Wind. Raging Spirits are now up in full force. 2 of them up. Means I can start getting chi from Rushing Jade Wind again. So that part's good. But I can only cast that when I'm not silenced. Alright, all the ice dudes are dead. My health is not looking super great, but we no longer need to worry about infest. Use an elusive brew. Probably gonna get Frostmourned here pretty soon. Why did we not... Oh! I'm stupid. There's no Frostmourne chamber in normal mode. Duh. I was getting kind of confused as to why he wasn't Frostmourning me. It was like, doesn't he usually, like, Frostmourne, like, right, 10 seconds into this phase? Yeah. He doesn't do that in this version. Damn, the difference between this boss in normal and heroic is kind of a complete joke. I mean, look at how we were getting completely crushed by the boss in heroic mode. And we were not close. Well, honestly, I don't know. I think getting all the way to the Enrage, living to the Enrage, is kind of a pretty big benchmark for the Brewmaster. But we lived to the Enrage while dealing so little damage that we'd have to do, like, 50% more. Like, that was very far off on the damage thing. But, you know, oh well. I'll just stand in this defile. Let's not stand in the defile while also getting clapped by the vile spirits. Alright, we can go back to the defile now. Double defile? Insane gaming? Okay, let's leave. Oh, Frostmourned. You can actually live Fury of Frostmourne. You can have enough health that it doesn't kill you. Enough health and like damage mitigation or absorption or whatever. I can't remember which character that was on. But one of the characters that I killed it on, I just lived through Fury of Frostmourne. Well, got it in 25-man normal mode. We'll collect our Shadow Frost shards and shelf this project until Throne of Thunder gear, I guess. The Paladin and the Blood Death Knight. Those guys are the champions of Icecrown Citadel, able to solo. Lich King 25 heroic. This is such a long RP. Is it even worth a chance at the invisible mount to sit through this RP? Like, assuming we were killing it on 25 heroic. Which we aren't right now, so we don't even get a chance at the invisible mount. Almost broke all of our gear. Shoulders, gloves, and one of my weapons. 2 durability? Shit. Do I have another one-handed weapon I could equip if that breaks while trying to finish him off? Alright, we got rezzed. Now I have 0 vengeance and am trying to DPS the boss, so that's, you know, not gonna go well. I think I should switch the Garcall with 2 durability into the offhand, because I think it's gonna take less durability damage in the offhand. And as soon as that thing breaks, I'm screwed. I want that thing to persist for as long as possible, so I don't have to equip some stupid thing like Lockjaw. Might be my next best one-handed weapon. Or I would just equip the unenchanted, ungemmed two-hander. Might be the best option once this breaks. Yeah, probably the unenchanted, ungemmed two-hander is better than equipping a weapon from Icecrown Citadel. Can you drop a scrap bot in combat? That's the play. Yes, I can drop a scrap bot in combat. Good call. You have to kill every boss to get to the Lich King. You have to kill Deathbringer Saurfang, Blood Queen Lana'thel, Professor Putricide, and Sindragosa to get to the Lich King. But you can kill those bosses on any difficulty mode, and then you can switch it to 25 Heroic and do the Lich King on 25 Heroic. So today, I cleared out, you know, all 11 other bosses in the raid on 10-man normal, and then switched it up to 25 Heroic. Failed to kill the Lich King on 25 Heroic like 8 times. Gave up, switched it to 25 normal, which is what we're on right now. Killed it easily. The one restriction that exists is, in order to set the raid to heroic mode, you have to have defeated the Lich King in normal mode for that size. So if you want to set it to 25 heroic, you have to have killed the Lich King in 25 normal at least once. And I assume the same would be true for the 10-man. Like, if you want to set it to 10 heroic, you have to have killed 10 normal Lich King at least once. So, like, some classes can't kill Valithria Dreamwalker because they can't heal the boss. There are a couple ways that you can clip out of bounds and skip Valithria, and then you can still get to the Lich King. Alright, almost there. Mount drop in 10 and 25. My understanding is the mount only drops in 25 heroic mode. And it's only a chance to drop. Skip. Protector's Mark of Sanctification. Protector's Mark of Sanctification. 2 Shadow Frost Shards. Arcus Great Staff of Antonitis. Okay, well, that item looks stupid. But I got the transmog of it now. Fallen Rush Defender of Quel'Thalas. Crossbow. Okay. Kind of lame. Yeah. We didn't really hit our goal of 25 heroic mode. The goal, you know, that was definitely the goal, but this character is too far away from that, is my finding. I mean, I'm not going to tell you I'm the best Brewmaster monk, but I'm pretty sure I can't do 50% more damage. So someone else could do more damage if they played better than I did, but I don't think, you know, I don't think play improvements are going to cure 50%, you know, get me a 50% damage increase over what I'm doing right now. So I think the heroic, you know, based on that, I think the heroic Lich King is off the table. It's, you know, not feasible